little bit, but you forget.
Can I make a question about your British culture?
Yeah, it's very good.
Can I make a postpone people are very good at attending? Is the no, like this summer or next summer?
Is it actually my first time. Easy to learn your skill?
It's very easy. It's very easy to memorize, but rehearse. This isみんな忘れるんです。やんない。知ってる。
But it's easy to understand. Only one day.
Yeah. Nowadays, I can teach our skin, and we can. One of them is doing exercise every day, so he can teach about the exercising and how we can make our bodies healthy. And one of them is like he is very familiar with Vietnam, so he can introduce the Vietnam deeper than the guidebook. And so flower arrangement and about music and sushi party cooking.
I know which one.
Yeah. And sorry, shopping guys. She can do shopping guy, and I'm pretty interested in because I'm from Osaka, and I have no idea where to go to.
I see.
And actually, I was thinking about I can draw something, so I can, if I self, I can do that kind of thing. So,
Any new findings? Anything that was new after you sort of heard the items offered, or after you talked among yourselves?
Actually, I thought we can have something we can sell. So I'm lazy to put that, but in the table we offer every one of us offer something. So
I see.
it's a kind of things we realized after this.
I see. So if you have time and if you're willing to offer something, each one of you has something to offer. Okay, that's good. Okay, let's go to the next group.
So our group has quite a lot of presenters. Three of us already presented. Already presented. So the rest four discussed about what we could do. And for my case, I work with the U.S. investors. My clients are U.S. people, and they often visit Japan. And so I often take them to like a restaurant and the places they want to go. So I said that I could offer that the foreigner, the places or restaurant that the foreigner prefer to go, or the questions or information they would like to ask. And then for other people, she could offer how to read Japanese. How to play Japanese koto. And actually he had a really interesting idea that he is working for the IT company, and my IT knowledge is very limited. So my understanding that he recommends us to switch the SIM card to make the monthly payment, the smartphone payment, much lower. And I think the discussion today is like a few minutes discussion. They had a lot of like economic value for our group. So it was a really creative, interesting discussion for our group. And he is an accountant, and then so he offers he could read balance sheet, and then he also has a network with entrepreneurs in Japan. So he said that he can do the matchmaking if anyone is interested.
Okay, investment?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
the topics we discussed.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. That's good. This group?
We only had 4 people in our group, so we kind of went into the conversation. Well, first of all, Liaison already introduced her letter idea. Going on to other members, she is a professional in publishing editorials, so we came up with the idea that she can use that skill to help out new graduates who have trouble writing business emails, for example, because we don't really learn. I'm a new graduate myself, so I just graduated the university last year and going into a new job in April. So I myself don't know how to write a proper business email and other business matters, for example. And her skill will be very helpful for those kind of people. He came up, it's very interesting. He describes himself as a job hopper. He says he's been in 3 companies already, and he's going to become a monk after this. And
Become a monk?
And but he's a professional in marketing. So he's trying to find a way to connect marketing and monk.
Are you trying to market the monk?
I guess he's trying to help people find the meaning of life, for example, marketing in that kind of sense.
I guess, what's the purpose of your life? Well, probably you could become this whole a monk using different media. Yeah, different media, and let you identify or discover your purpose in life.
And also he has another professional skill. He says he lives around Meguro and that he has a neighborhood connection, Musashi Koyama
Network.
around 30 people. And he's basically very professional at making connections, networking with others.
I see.
So he can help people network for those who don't know how to. And I personally, I grew up overseas, so I know how to interact with lots of foreign students. And so I get asked by the university to help out new students to take them around Tokyo, but also open up bank accounts, go take them to post offices, and just help them out with their daily lives in Japan, because living in Japan is a whole new world for them. So I can use that skill for Japanese people who wants to try to interact with foreign people, because many Japanese people have difficulties doing it,
Right.
even if they want to do it.
Okay. Great. Thank you very much. Let's go to there.
We only had 4 group members, so then first we did a self-introduction first. Then first, I think Maki-san presented this option. She kindly showed us very good, more deep story about 4 products. So then, for example, she kind of showed us this kind of nice tie, and then she, can I?
I'm here promoting for
Yeah. So she kind of showed for textile look to us. So it's so
Actually, so this is actually the original board I
Yeah,
before
so-
typed it, which I didn't really.
I didn't have no idea. I didn't have idea how she tied this way. So then we discussed about this first. Then she said she won the scholarship contest, right? Then she kind of she will study in Australia for 1 month, 2 months. So as she got scholarship in one of the competition, right? Then she's going to promote Japanese sake and French food combination. So we also inspired for a good story. And Yosuke-san, he is now on the way to find another position. Then he kindly shared his story.
I see. So it's looking for a job.
Yeah, so he might can auction the how to survive. But by myself doing the research program across the Asia, then after we talked about each person's personal story,
Yes.
then the time was almost finished.
I see.
But we thought that what is the best thing to sell to the auction? Like
Yes.
if we just sell to the kind of broad, vague issue, it's difficult to buy. If we can sell to something the specific skill set, want to help to someone's solve someone's problem, it's easy to be bought by other persons. So then, so that's
I see.
we.
Okay. So experience, when you're trying to sell your experience or expertise, be specific rather than be sort of general and broad. And I can offer you who have so and so and so problems to the solution in this way, in this specific way, rather than, I can help you with sort of the idea to bring the door to peace or whatever. Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Our group, first of all, we introduced ourselves, what we're doing right now, what kind of work we do, and then we came up, like, we asked one of our members, what kind of work do you do, and what kind of, I think your business can be priced, and the best one that I thought was Tommy's, and it's a day trip to Edo to learn cross-culture experience. And she priced it 3,000 yen. And what is this? Is I thought first she said like she's gonna take us to a time travel, and I was like, what? You can't do that. But it wasn't actually like that. What she said was that she's gonna take us to a day trip to Tokyo, around Tokyo, and not just by letting us go to a trip. She's gonna explain about Japanese culture. For example, the reason why the roads are narrow is because it's related to our Japanese culture. So it's really deep. So she can talk all about the history during our trip, and I thought it was really interesting, and also it was affordable. And we were also talking about the other the boat's offerings for the English pronunciation therapy. I thought it was very interesting, and I wanted to know about it. But since it was a little bit higher price for us, I thought it was like a Tokyo price, and it's not really affordable for me to spend 10,000 yen. So I was like, oh, I'm so interested, but I can't pay for it. So first we can in these kind of sessions we can price down a little bit, 3,000 yen, and then I can afford it. So that's kind of things that we talk about.
Okay, so you can get the sense of how to price, whether something is sort of beyond your reach or outside of your market. So I think it's something that you have to try and error in a way, because you may say, I can offer you at whatever price, but the other party, depending upon who they are and what kind of financial conditions they are, they may find it a little too expensive. So I guess, that's a very good sort of exercise to try, because we don't get a chance to try that. And as we talked about earlier at the beginning, usually the price is already set in Japan. So you don't really negotiate. So, but if you can negotiate, you may have a little bit better idea of how to negotiate, how to figure out the price or the value of what you're offering, rather than just setting take the price as given. Okay, thank you very much.
We were, I think, 5 of us.
Yes.
And one of them actually was going to put her offer in the list, but
Too late.
too late.
She came in late, right? Yeah, okay.
And then she, I as long as I remember, she was going to offer another coaching program. And then another member can offer cats and tea. Cat cafe. Because she has 3 cats and she can make a good tea. So makes you relax. Okay. And then the other one can draw a picture.
Yes.
So whatever you think of or you can imagine, she can draw a picture for you. And then the Nishimura. Yeah, Nishida, who offered the coaching, he can also offer a good guide for Europe because he lived in England for 4 years, and during his stay in England, he did a lot of traveling in European countries.
I see.
And then, sorry, I can't remember.
I can listen their story, whatever they want to speak, and I will never say however or but I will say I understand, I see.
That's really good. I really want to talk to her to be relaxed as well. And then mine is I usually host dinner at New Year's Eve. We are around 6-7 of us having dinner. So instead of having a dinner at home by yourself at New Year's Eve, you can join me.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. I think I run Global Agenda Seminar Series, and I remember this past year when after we finished the workshop series, I think those who are free either on Thanksgiving or Christmas Eve come and join me. And I think quite a few people sort of joined because quite a few people are single and live in Tokyo, and they don't, unless you have significant others whom you can have a nice date or dinner, what do you do on Christmas Eve? So I think that was a good idea. Good, okay. IPO?
IPO support.
Okay. Yes. She has experience of supporting IPO.
Yes.
So I'm not quite sure if it's offering bid or promoting her job. She's an independent consultant.
Okay. So if somebody has a startup and wants to go IPO, then she can help. Okay.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much. Let's go to the last.
After several interactions, we started to write prices to bid. I was wondering how Yoko Sensei set the starting price. I'd like to know her strategy. Yes, after a meeting, we presented our ideas. If we had a chance to place like this, so I found everyone presented their offering based on their own experience, their expertise, like working in cosmetic companies or HR companies, or having experience in ballet experience as a ballet dancer, and yes, had knowledge to publish a blog or writings.
I see.
And I have two great ideas, I think.
Yes.
One is how to survive in risky countries.
How to survive in risky countries?
Yeah, it's dangerous countries.
I see. Such as what? Such as Syria? Syria is going a little too far.
Yes, it's too dangerous.
Okay.
Too dangerous.
Which range of countries would you be willing to help us?
Sorry.
Yeah. Syria is too dangerous, right?
Yes.
But you can help us how to survive in the sort of risky country. What kind of risky countries are there?
My scope is like the most western part is Pakistan, or
I see.
Pakistan or India,
Okay.
something
I
like
see.
that.
Okay. Okay.
Asian area.
Okay. So those are the kind of candidate countries. It's not super dangerous, but it's
Yes.
okay.
That's right.
Yes, I think it's really great
Yeah.
because it's based on his own experience traveling Asian countries when
I see.
he is a student.
Very good.
And my favorite idea is more his idea. She's good at finding seat in crowded train every
Okay.
morning. It's very well after program
Yeah.
to myself, and she can offer how to find a seat in a crowded
Seat
train,
in the
seat
crowded
fitting train.
Can you tell us your tips?
The best way is to find a student, high school student.
Yes.
They don't go far, like to stations or two stations. They just go like short trips.
I see. Okay.
Tell us a little bit. So probably you mean the high school student will take only the short one or two, three stations.
Short trips. I see. So there's a good chance that they will
To
leave.
get a seat.
Oh, okay. I see. Now I understand. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a good.
Yeah,
good-
while while I was listening her ideas,
Oh.
I brought my image.
I see.
Yes,
Okay.
we can.
That's a good idea. You sort of try to identify who would leave,
Yeah.
so that you can sit, right? So the students seem to have short trips.
Yeah.
So that's a good idea. Okay, that's excellent. Okay, anything else?
Yes, I think creating the perfect commuting plan can be service in April. It's good season. Yes, and I found I thought I have to show very great professional skills to offer, but her idea tells me we can have any. Well, it's okay. It's very it's okay. Very small.
Right. Yes.
idea.
Yeah. I think it's just a matter of what kind of problems you identify. Very close, not super big thing, and try to solve the problem, whatever problem that people have. And I think that's being creative, that's being very innovative. And I think a lot of ideas or innovation starts with that, rather than the breakthrough ideas. So I think that's a very good finding. Okay, I think that concludes the session. And I hope you had fun. And this is the first time that we tried this auction. And it seems like we have quite a few new people, first timers, more so than other times. So I sort of realized there are quite a few people who would like to offer something, who may not come to Davos Experience in Tokyo in the regular session. But when we say you have an opportunity to sell something or to offer something at the auction, then people do come. So thank you very much. Make sure that those who offered the items come to me so that I can give you the names of the people. And another thing is, there are two things. First of all, next session will be on April the 22nd. And we'll have Casey Wall, who is sort of an angel investor, and he has written a book on entrepreneurs, Japanese entrepreneurs. And he is also into the recruiting business. And he has been in Japan for a long, long time. And his book is quite interesting. He tells the stories of the Japanese entrepreneurs, their success and their failures, and what are the kind of things that you need to be very careful of. That's one. So that's on the April 22nd. That's Friday. So we will update our website soon so that you can register. Another thing, as I always talk about, is that because we want to increase the repeat customers to the Davos Experience in Tokyo, we have this thing called Yoko's Bar. So if you come more than 5 times, you're invited. But you need to have a card and the stamps. So for those of you who don't have the stamps yet, or the card yet, and if you're interested in joining me for Yoko's Bar, please do come later on. And we had 3 Yoko's Bar sessions already, and the 4th one is coming up quite soon because we have enough people who have come more than 5 times. So that's all, and thank you very much for coming. It's about time for us to have a group picture and hit the drinks.